Saturday night. Cold as hell outside. What's everybody up to? Me and the missus sitting there. She's doing some crafting and making her treasures, I guess you could call it. What we got up in here? Got 4 people. Nobody's leaving a comment yet. Is everybody working on anything good this weekend? Any builds? Braving the cold? Too low. Okay. Turn that down first.
Yeah, it's like really hard.
What's up, Mr. B? Hotrod. Mike, you had to send your pistons back, huh? Found one that was bad, huh? That sucks, man. What'd you find wrong with it? Spending money. Mr. B Real says, what are you spending money on, Grady? Man, that sucks. They say it's going to be a fast turnaround or what? Hey, David, what's happening from Florida? Shit, I wish I was down there right now. It's cold up here. We're currently in the upper teens here. Traction control on this. All right, yeah. Nuno, what's going on, buddy? You put it on the truck, Grady? Blue Goose in the house. Rusty Rods, what's going on, man? Yeah, it's cold here too, man. Sweet, sweet. I can't wait to see that truck, man. It's, you know, them emails you sent me. Whew, badass. I can't wait to see it in person. Full-size pickup, guys. And he's making some power like Jack Black, you know what I'm saying? 7 to 10 days, they're saying. That's pretty good turnaround considering how long you waited for the first pair. Mike? What was wrong with them, Mike? I mean, were they just scuffed up or cracked or? I'm having a beer tonight, guys. Life is makes me want to have a beer tonight. What's up, Lloyd? Steve L. Hey, what's happening, brother? Yeah, we got some of our flags in that we ordered. We ordered the boy a couple for his new garage, and I ordered me a couple, you know, for at Christmas time. And I took it out of the package to check them out, and I told, well, let's hang it up on the wall for, you know, see if the wrinkles will come out of it. For it ain't staying, even though we're, you know, the whole house is packed up. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I got the boy one of them, a Chevy Racing one, and we also have a Lucas Oil Racing that are still back ordered. Hey, Mark, what's happening, buddy? I ended up going over and talking to old boy on them parts and stuff. He's gonna get back with me, so here within the next hopefully a couple days, I'll shoot you an email. Or I think you gave me your phone number, and I'll shoot you a call, Mark. See what we can get going on that for you. Oh, Steve L. No, I'm in northern Michigan, north of Bay City, Steve. Burning Rubber Garage. What's up, Cam? Mopar Nut. The Lucas Racing, they're 3x5 flags. I think they were like $26 to the door. But yeah, they're full-size flags. I use them for banners, but you can put them on a flagpole. I thought they were pretty cool. I wanted to get something. The VP was like $28 or something like that. Like I said, they were all. Yeah, they had the site that I was on had a bunch of them listed, so I ordered 3 of them for the boy for his new garage for Christmas, and I had to have some for my new garage if I ever get one. That house fell through, man. I wasn't, the guy was, he said he would re-shingle what was there. I said, you can't do that. The top layer was curling and brittle and dry, but he didn't want to do nothing else about it, so I pulled the plug, which sucks, so, man. Yeah, I want to get one of my son's name and Lucas. Where'd you get it? Shit. I'll have to look up that website and I'll shoot you an email, or leave you a comment, Mr. Mopar. Tito's, what's happening? Yeah, Cam, I mean, we got an estimate done on the roof and it was $11,800 to do the roof on the house and the garage, and it wasn't that I just didn't want to do it either. My loan officer, the mortgage company said they wouldn't even apply, they wouldn't even issue the loan for it. The guy has to replace the roof before he can sell it like that. Because I guess when they go, when the appraiser comes in to appraise it, they're going to find it, and then they're not going to issue, for insurance purposes, they won't issue the loan for it, so. Yeah, we got to go tomorrow. We looked at a couple today, and we got to go tomorrow at 11, and we got another appointment. So we're trying, man. We're trying. Tito. Well, that's good to hear, Tito. How's the weather where you're at? I think you're out in Texas, ain't you, Tito's? Moved down to Tennessee. Shit, I've been thinking about it, Cam. I tell you, if it wasn't for my kids and grandkids, me and the wife, we would be gone. That's Arizona. There we go, Arizona. That's hot though.
I'm good with that.
Jenny, my wife said she's ready. She'd go. It's in the 60s right now. Yeah, it's upper teens here at Tito's. We would go there at 60 degrees and be with our shirts off, and you'd be like, man, these guys are crazy. Look at, and you come to our place. You'd think you were in the North Pole.
14 degrees.
Oh, it's 14 now. It dropped more. Cam, quit aggravating. That's my boy. And you had him out yesterday in a t-shirt. 3 below. Holy shit. Where you at, Rusty? Yeah, I bet you do, Tito. It's like it better there. I'm a Michigander from, born and raised. I love the change of seasons. But I'm getting my bones, man. I just don't brave the cold like I used to. I used to be into snowmobiling, and it never bothered me. But now, shit, northern New York, woo! That ain't too far from me. Yeah, you're right up on the line up there, the Canadian line. 50s here, and damn, Mark, you're not doing too bad. Shit, Cammy, you ain't even got to have a heater out in your shop, do you? BW Garage, what's up, brother? Hey, actually, I got one of them stickers out I wanted to show you when I was on your live last night. I told you they were too big probably for your window because I didn't want to hog up everybody else's spaces, but yeah, this is the size of them right here. They're 5 by 5, I think, so I mean, if they don't work on that, you can, you can stick it somewhere else. That would be fine. Tito's, I like the Four Seasons too. Then I got old and didn't want to deal with the freaking snow. I hear you. Like I said, now that I had an injury and I got arthritis setting in on my broken bones, man, I tell you, the snow and the rain and the cold, it really just tightens me right up. But one of these days we'll be. My wife said we should just sell everything and get a big ass motorhome and just travel. That'd be nice. What do they call them, boondockers, where we just pull up? We'd be pulling up into your guys' yard, plugging in electricity for a night, having a hot dog and a cold snack, and then off the road we go. I don't know if I could sell everything though. You would think, the people that have houses or, everything their own is in a motorhome. What happens if one of them, gets sick and they have to stop traveling? I mean, you have nowhere to go back home to. But you got a $500,000 motorhome. Yeah, Tony had the shop 80 degrees when we were working on that car, guys, and taking that heater box out, and we pulled the car in and let it warm up overnight. Well, I started messing with that heater box. Believe it or not, there was a bee's nest in there, and the damn things were sliding and stung me right here in my goddamn eyebrow. Look at that. My without the hair, it's finally starting to go back down, but it's all squishy, and now I'm like a freak. I got 1.5 eyebrows. I didn't think the son of a bitch would be alive. I should have got the brake clean out on their ass. Oh. Once you got arthritis, it's all over for cold. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Terrence Boyer's in the hizzy. Tennessee and Kentucky have seasons. What? Warm or spring and summer or fall? You guys don't get a winter. I don't know. You guys probably get. I think Tennessee. Let me see. What do you say? Kentucky would probably get once in a great while. Probably get a little dusting of snow. Wisdom. What's happening, brother? Yeah, I mean, I like spring and fall, but just the winter anymore is just. It is what it is. I mean, us Michigan people, we got, Snydertron over there on the west side of the state. They get it way worse than I get it, and I'm north, north of them, but they get that lake effect snow because everything comes from the east, west to east. So that comes across Lake Michigan and just hammers them with snow and stuff. Get a little snow. It would be nice to be able to take the hot rods out all year round, though. Like I said, you're making us jealous, Cam. I was driving Frostbite and a T-shirt yesterday. Yeah, we got the flatbed picked the boy's car up and we got it delivered to his house. Yeah, no salt. Yeah, if you got anything you care about, you put it away in November and you get it back out after the April showers. That way it gives it a chance to wash the roads off. Salt is definitely. And even north of me, Cam, like in Harrison area, they use chloride. If you ever know what chloride is, that's way worse than salt. They use that stuff, and I tell you what, I used to do tractor tires for a living, and we do the big farm tires, and I got my boots wet one time with chloride, because the hose broke off. Next morning, they were shaped like rocking horses. I mean, they were just like that, and they were just sticking. $200 boots, destroyed. But, yeah, chloride's nasty. That's what they put up there. They got sand roads. Just no shoveling of the snow, the white stuff. Hell yeah. Making me jealous. Lloyd, you were born in Indiana? I was born in Indy in the lower part, not too far from Highland, Kentucky. No shit. Wow. Magnesium chloride. Sodium chloride. Yeah. Whatever it is, I mean, they spray it out and it's some nasty shit. Because they got sand roads and shit up there, and, you know, I always thought, you know, that's what they did. They just dumped sand on it, but my Uncle Jeff works for the road commission, and he said they use chloride. I'm like, no shit. Newcastle. You're a small town girl, Tito's? Living in the big city of Arizona? Shit, you probably got all the guys hitting on you. You know, the big cities love them little small town girls. Heartbreaker. She says, yep. Don't be breaking too many hearts, girl. How's, what's her name doing in her new house? She doing good, Tito's? 46 years ago. Where are you moving to, what do you say here? You're still in Illinois, but not for long. Where are you going, Grady? Oh, that's good, Tito's. I'm glad to hear it. She's cool as hell. I love that girl. You know, her smile on her face when she got to go in that new house, that was awesome. You know, I love that shit. I love seeing people happy, you know what I'm saying? It's awesome. Tennessee or Kentucky? Yeah, you don't want to eat that shit on magnesium. Yeah, we were even looking north of us, you know, even and for houses and shit, and there's some houses, but man, I don't know if I want to go that far out in the middle of nowhere. But the houses that are northern, I mean, you're talking, you know, in my price range, I can pick up 5 acres with a decent house and a decent garage for what they're asking down here for, you know, a half an acre to an acre with half the garage and half the house. But, you know, it's just, I want to be out in the country, but I don't know about driving an hour to get groceries or gas, you know. But it'll come. Good things come to those who wait. But they need to get her in because we've been waiting long enough. Yeah, nowhere's a great place to be. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'd love it to where I don't have any neighbors and, you know. $500,000 in New York is what? Holy shit! Or New Jersey on a postage stamp size lot. Yeah, they're crazy. Joe Royal, what's happening, brother?
If you're 65 or older, you have enough things to worry about. Pneumonia shouldn't be normal. Even healthy adults 65 or older are at increased risk for this potentially serious bacterial lung disease that can disrupt their life for weeks. Help protect yourself.
So what's happening out your way, Mike? Anything or?
Did you get vaccine? Diphtheria CRM 197 protein. Prevnar 13 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 13 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Prevnar 13 does not protect.
Yeah, Joe, every Saturday we're going to try and do a little something, you know, 9 o'clock. Let everybody come in and say, hey, and what's new, and all that good crap. I think we got, hey, Joe, I think we got the situation figured out for your stickers. And I'm going to shove a beanie inside, or a ball cap. You said ball cap. I'm going to try and get that, because now we're running into the issue of, now that we got the tube for the sticker, so we get the sticker shipped, hopefully we don't bend the ball cap up, you know. So double-edged sword there, but I think we got it figured out, buddy. And if you could do a video, just a short clip of you giving it to him, if you would, Joe. You ain't gotta tag me in or nothing like that, but I would just like to see his, you know, like hand him a gift from us. '51 International Pickup. Yeah, you got some nice cars, man. Rusty rods. Yeah, Joe, sweet. Yeah, we just got, I don't know if I told you or not, but we just got some bad news on my mom. Actually, a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, she got diagnosed with lung cancer. And pretty big mass in her upper right lung. So we've been dealing with that on the sidelines and behind the scenes, and it's been pretty tough. So, like I said, I think on my last live chat, you said that the S10, everything's on hold until we figure stuff out. Well, that was the reason. Not a thing, huh, Mike? Yeah, we'll get through it, Cam. You know, it's like I was, you know, I don't want to whine and cry about it to the world, but you know, Joe, you know, Joe's going through the same kind of stuff with his buddy, and so he can relate. Glenn Codas, what's happening, brother? Oh, no kidding, Mark. Sweet. What'd you guys do? Rings, bearings, piston, or just basic rebuild? Freshen up? Heck yeah, Glenn. That's awesome, Brandon. Glad you could hang out and stop in and say hey. Ain't nothing else to do on a Saturday night, but, you know, I mean, we'd be out in the shops, but shit, it's so damn cold here, I don't even think people are out doing that. Yeah, we've been looking at houses pretty much all day, drinking. I had to have a beer today. I'm sorry, guys, you know. Monty's come. Yeah, we got quite a bit done on that. You know, well, I did. But he works a lot. You know, he's supporting a new family. You know, his new boy and his fiance. So, hey Herbert, how's it going? What's up, Herb? Ironhead Garage. Or no, excuse me. You're not Ironhead. That's Love It Speed Shots, Herb. What's going on, man? Ironhead, how's the 55? I know who you are. It just takes a minute. Dawn fought breast cancer for several years. And there's a heart painted in the old girl's dash offering. Yeah. Well, they got Joe, we're at the stage now. All right, Tito's. Yeah, Chris, I knew that. I was just like, yeah, trying to keep up with all the Tri-5 guys lately is, you know, it's a new scene for me. But awesome car, man. I'm glad you stopped in. But Joe, we're at the stage now where they got to do an MRI before they even give us what stage it's in and find out what the next step is. She had to have 3 blood transfusions, and her hemoglobin was low. So yeah, we've been dealing with that. They let her out of the hospital though. She's home now. You know, when she was in the hospital, they wouldn't even let us go up and see her. You know, with this COVID stuff, which I told them, you know, what the, you know, I was kind of flipping out about that. But yeah, so you know, that's it. The C word is a bad word for everybody. I've been talking to a couple buddies behind the scenes, you know, to just to talk, you know what I mean, and couldn't understand why they wouldn't give, you know, let us know, is it stage 2, 3, 4, what? I mean, what are we looking at? But a buddy called, his wife's a nurse, and oh, well, that's, Mark, I'm glad to hear that, man. That's encouraging words, brother. But I guess they have to go through and do an MRI to make sure it hasn't spread to any other organ. Then they can give you what stage it is and what they're going to do. So, you know, I was like, well, I told my sister, I'm like, well, it can't be, I mean, it's bad no matter what. She got diagnosed with, it's real. But if it was real bad, they wouldn't even let her out of the hospital to go home, I guess. you know, that's my thought. That's what's helping me deal with it right now. You know, they let her go home, and so, okay, so there's a fighting chance, because if it was real bad, they would have kept her there and did surgery or started her on chemo right away, but, you know, that's not always the case either. It's a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? So until we get more information this week coming, but yeah, that's why everything's on hold, and, you know, as far as my build goes, because I'm going to do everything I can to help her, you know, financially while she's down and out. So that's what sons do with moms, right, guys? I mean, you do the same thing. "18 years my mom had a lung removed and lived 8. Hell yeah, Mark, that makes me feel good. BW, you know it, brother. Joe, so I said, hot rods will be there forever. You only got one mom, so I don't give a shit about a truck, a car. I do, but, you know, until I know my mom's good to go. Because she ain't got no money, guys. I mean, she's always, you know, so I'm going to make sure that her bills are good, and, you know, if she needs something.
It's gonna make you laugh.
I'm sorry to hear that, BW, and you're right. I am going to be taking care of it. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it. Like I said, I don't like to put my business out there like that, you know, make everybody feel sorry for me, but a lot of people on here that are close friends that I talk to already do, so, you know, and I consider everybody that's on here right now good friends too, so my secret is your secret, and it ain't a secret. It's just people's going to want updates. Well, why ain't the S10? Or, we did get the cage in, though. That's right, family first. BW, that was a good live stream last night, brother. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Like I said, man, we're doing the same for your friend, man. Like I said, you know, that C word is just a nasty no matter what it is. Yeah, it does, Mark. And like I said, I got friends that I talk to, and sometimes you have to, you know, just to get it out. You know, you don't want to bottle it up and let it bother you and then just explode on somebody. So, hell yeah, that's what I figured. You know, BW. I look forward to my lives and touching base with everybody, see what kind of hot rods are, you know, what progress they made, and you know, see what everybody else is doing and what's going on in the hot rod world. I tell you, I'd really love to, you know, if I had the extra money, if times were different, you know, in my life, I would scoop that 57 up of my wife's dad's. I mean, that car is clean as far as structure goes. You know what I mean? It's got patina. Don't get me wrong. It's never been painted. But it just needs to be clear coated and left the way it is. I mean, the roof, or the floors, the trunk, the frame, all that's... Yeah, I wish I had the extra money. I'd scoop that up and just put it on the back burner. You know, but I got so many irons in the fire right now. Yeah, it is. And like I said, it's never been touched. None of the molding's been off of it, and you know, and people's modified it, and this, that, and the other. They did put a floor shifter in there, and her dad said the previous owner said that there was a 327 in there, but I don't think they made 327s in 57. So that means the motor was probably changed. Yeah, it is, but you know what exactly, Mike. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I mean, we're not, you know, 265 BW? No, 62, okay. Yeah, because like I said, you know, it's got a 327 in it. So obviously that's been changed, but other than that, I mean, all the dash pieces, the original radios in it, I mean, it's a perfect car to, you know, not rat rod. I mean, I'm trying to think of what you would, what they call that when you just paint it, clear coat, leave it the way it is. I mean, you can't say it's a barn find, but. Was a bad name. Yeah, unmolested. There we go. We'll go with that one. Exactly. Unmolested. Because it's true. I mean, you just don't find, you know, 57, 55s, 56s. You see them, you know, the hardtops even, you know, the Bel Airs, or even the post cars. You see them, and, you know, over the years, people either wanted, back in the day, make drag cars out of them and gut them out completely to lose every bit of weight they can, or you know, what have you. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, you guys that are building your 55s and on here, like Ironhead Garage, man, Chris's car is beautiful. I mean, he is doing a hell of a job on that. I would have did the same thing to that car. You know, and so, but on that 57, with it being as original as it is, I don't know if I would. There he is right there, Ironhead Garage. Yeah, he's definitely got a nice program. Oh yeah, brother. I give credit where credit's due, man. You got a hell of a nice rig going there, man. And top-notch work, too. I mean, you see people put floors in and, you know, stuff like that, and they don't do it the way you're doing it. You're doing it right. And that car's going to be around for a long time since you're doing it that way. We actually had the boys Bonnie on the hoist, and he's got a hole in the driver's side floorboard that I seen that we got to take care of. Rusty Iron Project. Chuck, what's happening, brother? I was just talking about you. Your ears must have been ringing. And BW's doing a 55 too, man. You guys got some badass cars. Like I said, I'm getting jealous, and maybe I want to do a Tri-5. But the old Tri-5 world definitely getting hot too, just like the G-Body world. I was talking to somebody earlier, and they were like, man, you wouldn't believe around Burr area, where did he say he was from? He said, you can't even find them. You know, Monty's like that anymore. Or Cutlasses or Regals. He said they're just all gone. I think it was a New York area or something. I don't know. So it's just it's weird how that makes that big circle, you know. And you're thinking 81. I remember in 81, man, I was raising hell, you know, beating up shit. And you're thinking, wow, now them cars are actually worth money. I want my money with the same setup your El Camino has. No, you don't, Terrence. It ain't no fun. I mean, it's fun if you're racing it, but to try and cruise it around, it ain't fun. I wish I could get mine out more and drive it more. But, you know, with a big solid roller like that and big, huge race heads and shit, it's unpractical for a cruiser, you know what I mean? Quit bragging, Terrence. You got two of them. I ain't got any. My boy's one with, you know, it's got his. I told him I get to take it for a ride, at least, you know, since I'm doing all the work on it. But that's what dads do, you know what I mean? I understand. He's got to work. I can't wait. If you guys, Papatron needs to have Josh post some of his pictures of his old Monty that El Camino that he had. You talk about a nice car. Tunnel ram sticking out of the hood, dual quads. So he's an El Camino man too. But he was in the year like Flip's El Camino Street Outlaws. Or Kamikaze. Beautiful car. So. But yeah, you know, the El Caminos, you just don't see a lot of them. I always wanted a 59. Yeah, we were talking about that last week, Ironhead. About the 59s. And I couldn't remember actually what year they actually started, you know, making the El Camino, but it was. And I should have known better because of that. Hold on one sec. because everybody around here knows I collect a lot of shit. You know, antiques, old oil cans, plates, and cars too. But this is one of the old metal cars, die-cast cars that I found at a garage sale or an estate sale, whatever it was. But that's what that is it's got the wings on it and the weird tail lights that come around. I should have got this last week when I was looking. And I actually got the blinkers up here into the top of the hood. So, but you know, I collect that kind of stuff too, old cars and die-cast cars and Hot Wheels, and one day my grandkids will have, you know, it'll be worth a lot of money. You get, you know, how many kids nowadays, you know, like my grandson or granddaughters too, you know, they're playing, you know, their kids out and they break out a 100-year-old toy. You know, how cool would that be? I thought it'd be pretty awesome. You know, the boy, you know, my grandson, he walks by and he looks at Grandpa's collection up on the shelf, and he just sits up there and he stares at it. And I had to get one of the old Mopars down and let him play with it. It wasn't in a box. It was just something that I found at a church sale or something. So I let him play with it. How can Grandpa say no to that face? But there's some of them I'm going to have to because they're worth money. Tyler, my boy, I got an old wheelbarrow out there. I'm talking from the 50s. And he's seen on TikTok or one of them websites where they're making like drag or rat rods or gassers out of an old wheelbarrow and then push the kids around like swap meets and stuff. So he asked me if, oh, no kidding. See, Chris, you know what I'm saying? I had a sweet 57 and 73. I was telling the guy took it for a test drive and still waiting for him to... What's up, Chris? Test the speed shot. Yeah, but he's going to be making, he asked if he could have the wheelbarrow for Collins, and he wants to make him a little hot rod, you know, deal. That I guess they're making a, he showed me a picture and I thought it was pretty cool. And he's a hell of a good welder, so he's going to bend up some sheet metal and put a body on the wheelbarrow and make it like a old gasser. So I thought that was pretty sweet. So I told him, yeah, go ahead and, you know, do what you got to do with it. He's actually coming over tomorrow. We're going to start cleaning out the other cabinets and lawn mowers and lawn trailers and get the shit out of the shed and take it and put it in his shed. That way I ain't got to move everything at once. Get all the heavy stuff. He's already got the welder out of here. Oh yeah. Chris, he's like you, man. He loves to weld and he can bend sheet metal. And I mean, he started out at 18 years old TIG welding. He got a job. He just put an application in at a CNC place. And they hired him, said, we'll train you. Well, he got into TIG welding and he picked up on it. Like, I mean, he puts the old man to shame. I mean, he can lay some nice, on aluminum too. So he's a hell of a good welder. And I told him, yeah, stick with it. And he, you know, 21 years old now and he's making, you know, $20-something an hour. Doing good. I'm proud of him. You know, my other boy, my oldest boy, he owns his own roofing business. My daughter's a teacher for the disabled kids, you know, a substitute teacher. So I'm proud of my kids, man. They're doing good. But, you know, all the years of me being an asshole, I guess, you know, because I was a mean dad, I guess you could say. I mean, you ask my kids, oh, my dad was mean. But I wasn't, you know, I never hit them. You know, I wasn't that kind of dad, but I, you know, scolded, I guess you could say. I just wouldn't let them hang out. Made them listen, you're right. And wouldn't let them hang out with certain kids. And now that they're older, they're like, Dad, we thank you for that. So, thank you. Because some of their friends, I tell you what, you look at some of their friends on Facebook and they've been in prison already, in jail, and I want them to have what I never had. And every father out there will do the same thing. That's right. Get them out in the garage. You know, that's what my dad and my grandpa did to me. Get them out in the garage and work on stuff. And That's how I fell in love with cars. I got trained on Mopars though, the hard stuff. You got to take the center drag link out to change the headers on the 340s and the Dusters and stuff. It wasn't just popping them out of the bottom like the Chevys, easy. You had to drop the front end down to change the headers on the old Mopars. But I tell you what, them things would run, boy. 340, 440s. I'll have another one. No, shit, no, you try and... my daughter, she was a handful. You know, we had the state police come to our house one day for something that my boy did with his friend. And I asked the state police right in front of my daughter, because she's like, you can't hit me, you can't touch me. I said, sir, can I ask you a question in front of my daughter? He's like, yeah. I'm like, do I have permission, or do I have the right to give her a if she's, you know? He said, yeah, that's why they have hair on their head. You know, you can't physically beat the shit, but you can give them But I wasn't never into hitting, you know. Beating, you know, I think I smacked her. Mom did. Mom would whoop that ass, wouldn't you?
Heck yeah.
She used to, Dad's home, they'd be like, but, you know, that cry wolf thing. So, no, he's not. No, he's not. She played that card too many times.
Yeah, but then one time they did that and you walked through the door.
Oh, yeah, see? That's what I'm talking about. And me and my boys are too. 57. Hey, you still got that Ram Charger, Terrence, too? '57 Dodge Project truck for sale, huh? Man, you know that one that Rusty Iron Projects has got? I'm gonna do up for my dad. You know, let him. You know, we talked about it, I think, on his channel, but he hooked us up. What's up with that? Is that for sale? That's a man. I love them old prospectors. Ram Chargers. 77 my dad had. It was a 4-wheel drive though, but I don't know if any of you guys, Mopar guys on here, remember the old Wrangler vans. My dad had a 77 Dodge Wrangler 4x4 van, 364 barrel, 727 trans. It was lifted up. That thing would be worth so much money nowadays. And he's like, man, I let that thing go for next to nothing. You don't see them. You know, I mean, you see some 4-wheel drive vans, but not the old Wranglers like that the old Mopar had. And they only had them like, I think, 1 or 2 years. Denim interior. You talking about on the van, Joe? You ever seen one of them Wrangler 4-wheel drive Dodge vans? That thing was badass. I remember as a kid. Definitely not, he said. Oh, that's my stepdad. I'm building my money as a grudge car. That's why I want the same setup as y'all. I mean, I can give you some pointers. You know what I mean? To help you set it up. You know, converter, rear end, you know, give you little tricks of the trade. Motor combinations or whatever. You know, a lot of guys, they don't like to share that shit, but yeah. I'm a type, you know, I'm a fellow hot rodder. Whatever. Just like the old guy at SRC said, Bill, you know, I can give you the ingredients on how to bake a cake. You know, but can you bake the cake the way I bake the cake? Hell yeah, Terrence. You got me on Instagram and shit. Hit me up, man, if you have any questions, brother. I'm more than willing to help. You know that. I love them bills you got going. New Year's Day, guys, he went and picked up. He was on the live feed for, I mean, that live feed was a long live feed. We were having fun that night. But he got up early the next morning and drove. Mike, what's happening, brother? Drove and picked up that project. And it was a beautiful car. sat forever. All right, Terrence, cool. Well, yeah, he that was how he spent his next day after only a couple hours of sleep. Hit the road, traveled, went and picked the car up, bring it back home, and got it running or fired up. You know, ran for a little bit, but hell of a nice car. Good start. That's got the 305 in it too, don't it, Terrence? That's right, Chris. Anybody can throw an intake and a cam in, but you know how to tune it in is what's the difference. You got that 100% correct. You know, a lot of guys nowadays too, you see on like I kind of go on different forums and stuff, and you know, there a lot of guys now, they're just buying these packages that, you know, people have tested, and they say that it makes this, that, and the other, and you know, but then they put it in their car and they're coming back. Well, mine didn't run that number that you said yours ran. You know, so they're calling bullshit on the people that are putting advice out there like that, saying, well, if you have this head, this camshaft, this carburetor, this rear end, you'll go this number. And guys were coming back, well, I bought that kit and blah, blah, blah. And that's what I'm saying. You know, we can both have the same cake mix, same ingredients. You guys know what I'm saying. We got the G-body talk up in the house. Excuse me, your mom will kick your ass. You scratch that chair up. Our cat wants attention. You try to get them claws on the leather chairs. Yeah, I think LOL for him. Mom would have seen that. You would have seen fur flying. I swear, that cat thinks he's a dog. Yes, sir, Chris. It's all on the tuning, brother. Yeah, he's definitely a huge cat. And he's only what? I mean, ain't even a year yet. Oh yeah, lots of G-bodies. I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why they're getting so hard to find. People are snatching them up and making race cars out of them. And they think they're heavy, but you know, the boys' car is only 3,200 pounds. So that ain't even, you know, I heard the SS's were heavier, which I've never owned a SS yet in my life. I'd like to have one, you know, the SS just for cruising. But they said that the SS's are heavier, and I don't know why. I mean, the ground effects, them are only rubber. Sonny? What are you gonna get your butt kicked, sir? Yeah, his is only at 3,280. And then he got the heater box out of it today. He called me. I was like, Dad, where's my? Everybody likes the G-body shuffle. Got the motor in. Yeah, we got it. It's already at his house too, Mike. We had the flatbed. His buddy, he drives Wrecker, and he came and picked it up. So it's inside. He's already got the heater, all the ductwork out, and like I was telling you, a buddy of mine gave him a carbon fiber plate that goes where the heater controls are and the radio, with all the switch panel. It holds 3 gauges, so we're gonna hook that up. It's still got a ways to go, but. Yeah, he's excited. Now it's in his new garage at his new place. He's all geeked up. Dad, where's my fuel pump plate? I don't know. It was in the box. I told him, don't start doing all that if you don't know what you're doing. I said, you need to go buy 4 jack stands, because, you know, he's already got my car ramped. He's got the welder. He's got, you know, I hooked him up, you know. That's what we do. He runs that welder better than I do. I guess I'm the type of dad that if I need anything welded, I'm going to go to his house. Why? Why not, right? The Malibu's 30, yeah, probably, yep. I don't know if it's because they put the extra, you know, all the extra, I don't know. Power, his has got power windows in it too, which he wants to, he's telling me, he's like, Dad, I told him, I said, we need to find a set of doors that are manual windows. Well, they don't make them for the Monis. I'm like, yeah, they do. All you're getting ready to put down in there, I'm like, sweet, sweet. Make sure you keep them update videos coming. I've been watching them. Yeah, some of them trunklets were aluminum on them too, but his he's got the steel one because it's starting to rust through. He said he tried sanding on the bottom of the door where that guy put that fiberglass, and he said it was clogging up the paper instantly. So that, you know, that fiberglass, that tiger hair and shit. I think he actually, the guy that did the work on the bottom of that passenger door, he actually put the resin down and put the cloth in and fiberglass. I don't think that's just like the long and strong that we can get. Heck yeah, Glenn. I think I'm subscribed to you, ain't I? Everybody go check out Glenn Coda's channel. I show him some love. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I am, Glenn. I've been following you, brother. You know, sometimes, I don't know why, but my bell doesn't notify me all the time of people. I missed Love It Speed Shop's Love It Speed Shop Live yesterday or the day before. He said that he went live and I didn't even get a notification for it. But I'm subscribed and my bell's clicked to all. You know, so I don't know what the hell YouTube does sometimes. Somebody just left a message, Fast Eddie, on my YouTube channel. I think he's looking at one of my videos. See, old man in the shop. There you go. Yeah, like I said, I don't know what it is, Joe. You know, it's like, you know, you try and keep up with everybody, and you click your bell, and you know, it's like, well, you didn't catch my live last night. But lately, you know, for the lives, you know, you got to be obviously on YouTube then in order to catch the people's lives, or if they set a notification for scheduling it out. But I've been just busier, and, you know, looking at houses and dealing with mom and the boy's car. I'm glad the motor's in, man. That I don't want to whine because Mr. Poptron will have my ass, but man, that thing standing on that concrete for them 8 hours, 3 days in a row really got my back and foot and all wadded up. Hell yeah. And make sure Glenn, you show the love back too, brother. Except we're all, you know, I believe in supporting each other's channels, you know what I mean? Keep the hot rod community rolling. That's what it's all about. Showing the love, showing the support. We're little guys, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, I know you did, Glenn. I'm just saying. You're not like that. You wouldn't just. But, hell yeah. That's what it's all about. Meeting new friends and talking and checking out each other's hot rods. And love the hot rod community, man. Like, you know, when my boy was telling me about making a YouTube channel, you know, the car genre of being on YouTube, that's probably one of the hardest channels you can make and be successful at it. is automotive, because there's a lot of big ones out there, and there's just not a lot of people that are into, the hot rod community's small on YouTube. You know what I mean? Versus like if you get somebody that builds log cabins out in the middle of Alaska, you know what I mean? There's a wider variety that people would want to watch that. A lot of people don't give a shit about us old hot rodders, you know what I mean? So to start a YouTube channel is just, hopefully you're not in it to make money, because you're probably not going to make a lot of money. I do it just because I love the hobby. I mean, a lot of people that I met on YouTube, that's worth its weight in gold to me. Sonny, you're going to get your butt kicked, sir.
Smack him.
Huh? What? What'd you say?
Smack him.
See, she's already getting into the smacking. Mama will put the smack down on some people.
Sonny, you have it.
He wants some attention. He's about to get it the wrong way.
Come here. What is your deal?
He wants to see what his daddy's talking to. My daddy's freaking out. He's talking to his phone. Yeah, but the hot rod community, guys, like I was telling everybody before, leaving a car show or something, you see somebody on the side of the road, you pull over, you just make sure they're all right, That's what we do as hot rodders. But the thing is so small, you know what I mean? There's a lot of people that go on YouTube to watch. It's getting bigger, I think. It's coming back around. Oh yeah, that's it too, Mark. It's the people. That's why I'm into it. Doing these lives and meeting people like Cam, BW, Ironhead Garage, everybody. You know what I mean? Joe Royal, Terrence, Mr. Be Real. I mean, awesome people, man. Give you the shirt off their backs. You know what I'm saying? And it's just awesome. If you ever have a question, and or vice versa, if people ever needed, something from me, do everything I could to make it happen. You know that. And that's the kind of people that you meet on this kind of stuff. That's true hot rodders. And nowadays, people, you're not borrowing my wrench. No, I'm not putting your name on my channel or blah blah blah. I'm not giving you my combination, information, blah blah blah. Back when I started getting into the hot rod in the late '80s, early '90s, shit, it was a bunch of guys hanging out in the garage on a Friday night, working on race cars, taking it out in front of the house and launching it and checking, Yeah. Oh yeah, Schneidertron. Oh Josh, Mike, good people. Excellent people. That's it. We all have the same interests. You gotta love it. But yeah, the motor building, I go out and like Lloyd and Mike, and I do that shit for fun. I don't charge no money. Yeah, Andy's. I wonder where Andy's at tonight. Usually he makes it in. But Andy's old dog house, I love that old boy. We mess with each other back and forth. I think last night on old BW's live, we were talking about phones. I said, you don't know nothing about no technology. I said, technology to you was old rotary phone. Oh, it was funny. Yeah, he's probably got that heat on too high out there, BW, in his garage. Might have had too many loggers. I thought you got seatbelts, Lloyd. Do you still need the one for the rear? That's why, I thought you were all set, but if you're not, yeah, that was funny, BW. Like me and Andy, we go back and forth. It's funny. I did that one video, and he's like, holy shit, that's the first time I've actually seen you do anything on your videos, Herb. I'm like, oh, he's a good old boy. It's hard to show everything. And before I had a tripod, you know what I mean? It was just, I would do the work, then I would show it. You know what I mean? Holding my camera. And, you know, I never had a tripod or I never knew how to work. I'm new at this. I'm still very, very green, guys, when I'm doing my videos. So I never had a tripod. Like I said, I would set the camera, you know, the bridge up, the deck bridge on it, show the 0 mark, I would film it. And then, you know, Josh at Schneidertron told me, you need to get a tripod and then put it on time lapse. And so, good information. Thanks, Cam. We're trying. It takes time. I mean, anybody that tells me they don't get nervous when they're filming that, or, you know, when I do my stuff, I try and do it 100% real. I don't do a lot of editing and cutting parts out. Like, I'm going to misspeak sometimes or not pronounce something right, or, because I went back and watched some of my videos, I'm like, that ain't what I meant. So, yeah, it does. It takes time. But it's all fun. I mean, I tell you what, it's helped me out a lot, you know, as far as my situation was why I started, you know. Oh, good old Andy. I love that guy. He's going to tell me he's going to come on tomorrow. He'll watch it, though. That's right. We all make mistakes. You know, I ain't making fun of no. There he is. There's Mr. Bear. What's going on? But, you know, I'm going to show him on my channel 100. I'm going to set the tripod up, and what you see is what you're going to get. You know what I mean? I'm not going to edit and make it to where everything's perfect, and, you know, you're going to see mistakes and misspeaking, and it's real. And if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. If it don't, like I said, it's the people I meet, like you, Ironhead, Chris, you know, awesome. Andy, Mark, everybody. You know, that's what it's about. You get the guys that get all dolled up and pretty on their videos, not just car channels, but other YouTubers. You know, I want to make everything perfect. Nah. You're going to get 100% real.
What the hair do you?
Well, you don't like my... You're supposed to cut it.
I know.
She's making fun of my hairdo now. But I haven't been asking for a haircut for 2 weeks. If anything is good, record it. Yep. You know, Chris, I binge watched yours that one night. And, shit. I think yours are pretty, you know, they're awesome and they're real too. I mean, like mine, you know what I mean? You don't edit out, you know, parts and put pieces in it, you know what I mean? You're real. Hell yeah, real. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Mr. Mopar Nut. Chris, you're the same way too, man. It's all we are, just real peeper. Or, real peeper. Real people. Yeah. You know, maybe you would go farther if you know, did all fancy shit, but that's, yeah, whatever. Whatever. It's about the people, and that's, oh my God, 11 years, no kidding, Bear. Awesome. See, I don't know what my boy uses, Glenn. My boy does all my editing, you know, but he has me do it, you know, for my one clip. I'll do a little short clip, and I'll leave them in order throughout the day. And he goes through and he makes, you know, he cuts off the ending and tailors in the beginning, and what it's in the middle is what it is. And, you know, he could do more. He's awesome with a computer, but like I told him, you know, because then you'd have to go retake you know, I'm not going to stand there and do 5 clips. I'm trying to get this one, you know. Nope. Sorry. You'll get the point of it if you know me. You know what we're doing. Horsepower threatens drive. Oh, yes, sir. Horsepower definitely threatened. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for that, Bear. That'd be awesome. Yeah, we bought Tony's brother-in-law. He's got a couple farms, and their deer was real bad towards the end of the summer when their corn was out. And he got that thing from the government for the farmers that the deer was wrecking his crops, and he got a bunch of deer. Well, I bought 30 pounds of venison burger and 20 pounds of steaks for $90. Tell me if that wasn't a good deal. BW's taking off. Later, BW. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Yeah, I figured that was a pretty good deal, you know. Venison burger, and hell yeah, the wife cooked some steaks up with potatoes and celeries and carrots and potatoes, and I called it roast, but she called it soup, so it was in between, but it was killer. And then we did venison tacos, and then we're having the boy and the grandson and everybody over tomorrow, and we're gonna do it's cold, so we're gonna do a venison chili. I figured for $90, I mean, if you buy the other ground chuck, I'm getting hungry now. Ground chuck, you go buy 10 pounds of that, it cost me $40 for 10 pounds of ground chuck. All right, Cam, thanks for stopping in, brother. Yeah, we're not gonna do a long live tonight. We're just figured we'd get on and bullshit for a little bit. You know, we're probably going maybe another 10-15 minutes ourselves, and I just wanted to check in and see how everybody's builds were going and what's happening with everybody. But yeah, I figured that was a pretty decent buy, so change up the diet. So what, Chris, what do you got going on yours? Are you on the toe boards now, or on that back? Did you get the back pieces done by the back wheel walls? All filled in on the 55? Mr. Ironhead Garage. I call him Chris, but that's Ironhead Garage. We got a couple Chris's in here. We got Chris from Tesla Speed Shop and Chris from Ironhead Garage. See, I'm starting to get names down now. So what are you working on? Oh heck yeah, same as the '80s. Charles, Chuck. I need Charles. You're not 90 yet. When you're 90, I'll call you Charles, but now it's Chuck. So what are you working on, Chris? What part? Man, when you had all that cut out and you were worried about the everything lining up. Oh, okay. Yeah, that tilt setup is awesome, man. But when you had the floor out, the rockers cut out and all that, and you were having trouble with your door, I'm like, man, hopefully that body didn't move, you know what I mean? I like, you know, because like I said, I was binge watching, and I didn't skip through. I watched it from, you know, watched the whole thing. That's a big thing, you know, a lot of guys like to skip through videos, you know, to get, I watch it all. Yeah, it did. Like I said, you know, now you got the gaps right and all that. That part turned out excellent, man. Like I said, you do good work. Love your truck too, man. That truck's badass. Is that the same as Andy's truck? I called it a Chevy in my other live, I think, or what? Is that an old, what did I miss here? What is that? Oh, no kidding. You can tell the difference, Lloyd? Oh, international. Yeah, because, yeah, that's badass. Yeah, my grandpa used to call me Herbert, or Herbie. Herbert, when I was being bad, I goes, Herbert! Hey, Herbie, go grab me that wrench. You know, but, I tell everybody there's 3 stages to a man. There's Herbie, when I was a kid, before I had any hair on my peaches. There's Herb, middle-aged Herb. And then there's Herbert, when I'm old and decrepit. 3 stages.
It's Herbert when I want your attention.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I mean, I just tell, when I seen that truck and then watched the video of you talking about the truck, of how you got it, where it started, it took you 20 years to do it. I already know what that 55 is going to look like when it's done. I mean, your craftsmanship already speaks for itself. I mean, spot on, brother. Spot on. Awesome. And that's the way that, I love. You know what I mean? Watching shit like that, where you get a guy out in the garage, family in the house, and just tinkering. Did you, Lloyd? Did you try and bring it up on the brake at all to see what it stalled at, or did he tell you, or just that it just made a big difference? Was it a 10-inch he went to? Well, Mama lays down the law, believe me. Like I said, she kept the kids. I worked a lot. I was always at work. I was a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week serviceman. I got a phone call in the middle of the night. Truck broke down on the side of the expressway. I had to go. So I was gone all the time. But she kept the household and the kids straight. My daughter. Oh, I remember that time that you beat me with that old wooden spoon. She said, I did not. You're still alive. It was okay. You survived.
Maybe you shouldn't have talked back.
All right, cool. Yeah, Lloyd. I'm glad it made a difference, Lloyd. I mean, are you gonna is that the deal? You're gonna put the 406 into the tubbed out one and LS the other one, the original one? Or I told you when I get the garage, when we get moved and I want to take the original 350, I'll bring it down here and I'll check it all out, re-ring and bearing, gasket for you, help you out. Oh, cool. Well, 35, that should be plenty. It's a good stall. Yeah, the other one was just a stock converter. Man, I hate to talk shit about people, but man, after you guys started getting into that car, Lloyd, that guy got you. Nothing was what it said it was, like he said it was. It wasn't a 406 or 400 or no converter. Them are some pretty big tires too, Mike, so. Well, like I said, even if you don't, you put LS in it or whatever, I'll still like to do that 350 for you. Give me something to tinker with on, when I'm not doing, I do have a couple jobs lined up, but, like I said, I've been telling you that since I was up there, I would hook you up on it, so. What 2,500 in it was probably a big 11, 12, or 11-inch or whatever, 12. That was good to keep around, Sonny, quit it. What is your deal? I'm about to get be a nice converter for a pickup truck or something. You know, an everyday driver. But yeah, once we get situated, if I ever get situated, which I will, I mean, it'll come. But yeah, I'd like to take that 350 and hook it up for you. It got up there pretty quick, huh, Mike? I mean, flashed real good. Well, that's a good sign. Was it a 10-inch that you put in it? No, not yet, Glenn. I'm gonna call him here soon. I got to drop the windshield off, the molding, all the moldings for around the glass. You broke them big 18-inch tires loose. Sweet. Yeah, he does. Sonny wants his own channel. He wants to be the star. He can have it. I'll be in the background, no problem. I'm not starstruck. Not at all. You know what? I watched some of my other videos back, I don't know, 6 months ago, when I was redoing the carburetor on the table, doing a carburetor video, and he was in the background of that too, all up in the microwave and all up in the cupboard, and I'm like, dude, really? And if you go back, you'll see him. He's just tearing shit up. I don't know what it is. Whenever I get, this out, it's like you see him in the background getting into something. Usually he's hanging off the door. His big ass will jump and hang off that door.
He opened it that way.
Yeah, he'll swat it. He lets himself out too. He don't go out. I chase him down to get him back in, but yeah, he jumps up and smacks at the door handle. He's smart for a cat. I mean, I know cats, they say, are dumb, but he's far from dumb. Look, there he is in the background again. Oh. Oh, man. But yeah, he's smart. His mom died when he was born. The mom jumped in the litter, or in the box, fed him all, and then something happened. The mom was found outside of the box dead as a baby, like right after birth. So he was bottle fed since he was a kitten. He's never known, the nurturing of a mom or nothing like that. And the guy that worked for the Humane Society, he was a guy. He's the one that bottle fed him. So I mean, he's just in love with me. He's got to be all up here. I can't sleep at night. He's like, gets annoying sometimes. But yeah, Lloyd, that converter definitely make a difference. Hopefully it's got the gear ratio in it that the guy said it had in it. All right, Mark. Appreciate it, brother. What time is it? Yeah, we're going to go a couple more minutes, guys, and it's already 20 after 10, and we're going to call her here, too. Don't jinx them. Yeah, we got a appointment at 11 o'clock in the morning for a house that was built in 1998 on a half an acre. It's got brand new shop that is just the shop's all bare, no insulation, nothing in it. Metal roofs on both garage and the house, but it's in a township again, not in town, like it's country setting ish. So we're going to look at that at 11. But the price, they wanted $144 for it, but the dimensions that we were looking when we were reading over the article, the living room was smaller than what I have in this trailer. It was only like a 12 by 10 living room. I'm like, that sounds pretty small. This is 13 by what was the other long measurement? 13 wide by, I think 16 or 18 long is the measurement of this. So, Ironhead, Chris, all right, brother. Like I said, we're going to call her here in a couple minutes anyway. I appreciate you stopping in, and looking forward to your next videos, man. But, yeah, I mean, I don't want to make a mistake on just hurry up and trying to buy something, you know. $67. What reseal oil pan? Rear seal's leaking, huh, Glenn? I hate the when the rear seal's leak. It's one thing good about that El Camino, and I'm pretty proud of, is that even beating the shit out of it at the tracks and stuff, you can pull it on people's driveway, and or even on my car trailer, you know, my new car trailer, and 0 leaks. But I spent a lot of time on, you know, putting it back together to make sure that all the tin work was sealed up. Yeah. You taking off too, Rusty? Chuck? You have a good night, and looking forward to more formula videos. Chris, you can hear that in the background? Damn, I got it low. It's 9 o'clock on Saturday, we get the House of Hair with D. Schneider. And hey, what's up with Marty? He ain't been putting out no videos, Chris. Is he okay? He didn't get the COVID or nothing, did he? I haven't seen no updates since you guys went over there and fired Yup, you can hear it. Okay. Is Marty okay? I mean, he hasn't put no video out since you guys fired up the Cutlass for the first time. Right. Hell no, Metallica #1. Especially old Seek and Destroy. Oh, okay, cool. You have to message him and let him know what's up, man. I know he works like a week on or 2 weeks on, a week off, or he's got a weird work schedule. I don't know that. But he gave me his number. Yeah. Like I said, it ain't just me that's slowing down on everything. It's cold out, man. Big Metallica fan, you know it. Old school rock and roll. You know, we get the 7 on, 7 off. Yeah, we get in the mood, you know, sometimes because every Sunday, me and the wife, if she's got the day off, we'll go get Tim Hortons in the morning, you know, a little donut and a coffee, and we'll back road and we'll cruise, spend time together, you know. And sometimes we'll play some country, but most of the time it's rock and roll. Can't let her head bang though, because she tried that once and she fell. What? Tell them what your secret? She gets into that like that and all goes to bam. Make sure there's no what, Mike? K2 meter. The holes is ready to go, just need wheel put in. He's just running automatic for now, right? He didn't put the 4-speed in it yet, Chris? Alright, Lloyd. Like I said, we're getting ready to shut her down anyway, brother. I want to see what Mike was talking about with the K2 meter. What, for mold or wetness or what? There's a lot of houses over in the Midland area for sale. But remember my video last summer when that dam broke over in Sanford and flooded that whole damn town? That's... Oh, see... Okay, Joe. Look for that package. I'm gonna be sending it out soon, man. Like I said, we got the tube. I just gotta figure out the hat deal. So look forward to it be coming your way, man. And like I said, I want to see you. I mean, if you do, you do. But I'm sure you can just let me know that he was happy about it. You don't have to video it, but. Oh, the K2 meter, if it's haunted. Jesus, you one of them ghost hunter guys? That shit's fake as hell.
Okay.
You wouldn't, well, you know, I'm going to send Johnny over to your house, Papa, Tron, and you guys can watch that shit together. But yeah, Joe, that shit, man,
Until it happens to you, you won't believe.
They're like, if you're here talking, I'll hear. I didn't hear that, but she heard it. She heard the name. Yes, I'm here. Whatever. I have no room to judge. Because she said, "No, your stuff's fake." I said, "My street racing I watch on TV, where you see cars going like this down an 8th Mile on the street, that shit is real. It is not fake." But anyways, guys, I think we're gonna call her a night here. We've been on for an hour and a half, and she's finishing up her crafting here, and I'm gonna make a few phone calls and call my mom and see how she's doing this evening. We gotta check in with her and her home health care nurse, and but I appreciate everybody who stopped in. Glenn, you're out by Imlay City? You're like Bigfoot. See, I believe in Bigfoot. I don't believe in ghosts, but I believe in Bigfoot. That's a good one.
You're funny.
Oh, I'm funny. Hot petite job. That's what my car's gonna. Or the S10's gonna sound like. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I've seen this.
I'm trying to think. Glenn Coda. Where do you live at, Glenn? You said something about Lapeer Dragway, the G bodies earlier. Now you're saying Imlay City, so I'm taking it. You're the 69 corridor, 6953 area. Chris from Test the Speed Shop. Glad to see all your shit's going good over there too, brother. Chevelle getting lonely over there. You haven't gave her no publicity lately. You need to switch off. A little bit of Firebird, some Chevelle. Firebird, Chevelle. Firebird, Firebird, Firebird. Oh. Well, like I said, guys, we're going to call her a night, and, yeah, he knows. Well, you know, the Chevelle's damn near perfect, so ain't much to do, there ain't much to do. He's got a 71. That's what brought... I need that hot for teacher cam in my SS. Hell yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it, Glenn. I just asked, where about you at, Glenn? I know that Firebird's coming right along good, Chris. I mean, that car came a long way, but that was a hell of a deal when you got that car. I mean, solid as a rock. Clean. Definitely got a good deal on that. Yeah, I appreciate Glenn. Prayers out to my mom, man. Tough times are coming, but hopefully, you know, it's early enough. We caught it early enough to where, you know, they can do their thing, and you know, she got more time. But you know, when you get diagnosed with lung cancer, you know, my buddy, he's like, man, I'm being 100% honest with you. You know, usually when you get diagnosed with that, that's the worst part of any of the cancers is the lung. Don't knock Bigfoots or UFOs. I tell you what, my camper, Mike, that I bought from my uncle, and he was a big time. He worked at Eugene Welding and he's still there. He could retire 10 years ago. He just won't. But he goes Sasquatch hunting every year up by your neck of the woods over on the west side of the state. And my camper that I bought from him has been over there on many Sasquatch hunts. And I mean, it's been down to Florida. It's been to what is that UFO place in New Mexico?
Area 51.
Yeah, Roswell, New Mexico. But yeah, I mean, he traveled. He took that camper and he went everywhere, and he believes in that shit, 100%. And my grandpa told me, you know, about this big creature that walks on its hind legs, and me and my cousin were out sleeping in an old Airstream camper he had on the property. And we're laying there one night, and the windows were all screened, you know, it was nice out. And all of a sudden, I heard something that freaked me out. And ever since then, I believe there is something out there in them woods. You know, in the middle of the night, when it's dark and gloomy. It's in the back of it. No. Time I got the back order and all that shit, Mike, he pulled another vehicle and it's getting done first. It's there. The cage is in the back of it, ready to go. All right, Glenn. We'll catch you next time, brother. I live in Squatch County, just never saw one. UFOs. Oh, man. But, like I said, I really don't. It is what it is. I told the guy, you know, it's my fault. I should have had it up, you know, there sooner, but, you know, if I didn't have the parts, I didn't have the parts. So, it's out for another week or 2 weeks or whatever it is. I'm on hold just like you, Mike. But like I told Jenny, you know, I was like, I don't even, East Point, cool. I don't even give a shit if, you know, right now, anyway, until we figure out Mom, it is what it is. I don't care about anything. As Ted can sit for 5 years if it has to, until I make sure she's going to be good. Hell yeah. But alright, guys, I want to thank everybody for coming in and bullshitting and hanging out with us, and look forward to the next video that's coming out from us. More work on the money up at the boys' house, and we'll catch you guys next Saturday night if not. So I want to thank everybody for all the wishes for my mom, and I'll keep everybody informed. And till then, guys, I appreciate it. Everybody take care. All right. Bye-bye.